Hello, this is Access Level 2 Exercise 5. In this exercise, we will be trying to answer the following questions, and we'll try to work them one by one. So on the other hand side, in the access part, we have three tables that we are more concerned about the query that come out of the three tables, and we are going to create a report out of it. So if we go to step by step, the first thing that we are going to do is open the query report and create report using report wizard. Okay, and the specification it's giving us is that only take company, contact amount, invoice quantity, and the invoice amount. So let's do that. We are going to go and say create, and we will go far in the right side to report wizard, and I will click it, and I will have my table. But this time we are going to use the query. So if you have already clicked query, then it will take you to query. If not, just go ahead and select the query for report. We're going to pick the company and take it to the right side, contract amount to the right side, invoice quantity, and invoice amount. Okay, then we will say next. So in the next step, it will ask us how we want to group our reports. We will use the company names as a grouping mechanism. So we will take the group, the company, and we have finished here, and we say next. And the next step, it's going to tell us how you want to ascend, but this is not our interest today. We are going to click the summary options now. I'm going to click this one. It will give me the three different things that can be summarized. Okay, the contract amount, invoice quantity, invoice amount. So I'm going to click the sum, and the sum, and I don't want any other things. I don't want average, I don't want minimum, maximum, only these ones. But on the other hand, I only also need summary only, and I want to calculate the percentage of the total for the sum. So I click this one also. Once I have done this one and I say okay, then I go to the next step. We can use a landscape for the report. So we are going to change the page layout into landscape. And I'm going to say next. And you can call it query for report or query report summary. And you'll say finish. So this is what we're going to see. This is our report. So naturally, when you see it in here, we have four things. We can change it into report view. Now we are in the print view. I simply can change this one to report view, into design, where I have the layout view design, where I can change also in here, and I can change it into design view. So you can also use this the corner choice that we have here to change between the four types of views that you can see. So if you go back to our questions, we have done selected the company, we have ticket only the sum, and we have changed the layout, and it's saying to us that open the design view number 6, and for any things that is have equal to sum box, convert the format into currency. So I'm going to go back to the design view. So as you can see, based on our calculations, we have something that's called equal sum, because we said equal sum. So we are going to select all of them, because the reason is that when you see the reports, it's only showing numbers. But we want to say this is not only number, this is also a currency, amount of money. So we are going to go to the design and select the things, the boxes that have equal sum. So to select all at the same time, you need to hold your control while selecting so that you can select multiple. Now I'm selecting multiple because I'm holding my control. So once you select all the equations that have equal sum, then you can go to the property sheet, and the top of the property sheet, you will find a format, be on the format, and immediately below it, you will find a format also. So go to the right side and click the drop down and change it into currency. Now I expect that when I see my report, there will be some dollar sign on it, which is good, perfect. And also you notice that some of the cells are too small for the number. That's why they are giving the hash symbols, okay? So we need to do something about that. In order to do that, I can go to layout view. I can simply hold the cells and try to expand them. So once I try expand them, then the numbers will be quite visible. Okay. Now, I think we need to go to the next question then. And in the reports, insert a design logo. You're going to insert a logo. Now, if you go up in here in the report layout design page, we have something that's called Lego. So rather logo. And if we click this one, it will ask you, where do you want to bring the logo from? So it's much better to go to view design so that it can help us in arranging. So I'm going to go to logo and click in it, and it's asking me to bring a picture. So as part of the exercise, the logo is also given to you, so you can pick it from there. And for now, I'm going to pick any logo that I have in front of me. Then there it is. So it is up to you to give it some space, arrange things, because this is what we have to do. If you want to expand it, you can expand it, make it larger, and make it more presentable. Okay. And other thing that we have done is now number 7 is complete. It says delete the title and change into company's order report. So let's copy this one for some time, and let's go to the report. As you can see, it says query for report summary, but I don't want it to say query. I want it to say company's report, and I'm going to change it. Okay. Order report, and it's looks fine so far. And we are going to insert date and time from the report design, number 9 rather. And if you go in here, as you can see, we have date and time. If you simply click it, and it will ask you choice how you want to make it present, and you can choose from this ones, the layout, and you just have to say okay. So immediately it's going to include date and time at the top right. Okay. And if you go to view now, you will see that our title have been changed. Our logo is in its place, and we have the date and we have the time. And let's go to the next question. Insert date and time. We have done that. And create a conditional formatting for sum of contract amount greater than 100,000. So we can also create a conditional formatting. Usually, if you are in the report view or print view, you might not be able to do any calculations. So you need to go to the layout or the design. Okay, so we are going to find the conditional formatting. Conditional formatting is a way where it can give us colors, or colors to the table, colors to the cell, or to what we have been writing. And you have to click the conditional formatting, and it's going to ask you or give you a chance. So don't get confused with with the contract amount. This time we want sum of contract amount. If we select the contract amount, it might not give you the right answer. So we have to click here and find sum of contract amount. Here it is, sum of contract amount. So I will pick the sum of contract amount. And I will say, as you can see, the moment I select this one, it has highlighted the sum of contract amount. And I'm going to say new rule. In the new rule, I have to say something greater than 100,000. So I want anything that is greater than 100,000 to have a red color and and to be bold. And I will say okay, and I will say okay. So as you can see in my report now, all the sum that are more than 200,000 have become in red highlights. Okay. So if I want to see how it's going to look on printer, I will check in here. So this is what it's going to look. If I wanted to go to the next page, I can click in here, next page. So all in all, I have 3 pages to print. If I want to see it side by side, many pages, I can also click this one so that I can see how it's going to look. So far, it looks fine. You can also go and change the colors and other things, but for this practice, we are only going to do that. But one more thing we have to do is we are going to export it. Okay. To export this document, we need to be in the external data. So if I click the external data, this part I have the import, and the other part, this is the export. Okay, external data export. So I'm going to export it into PDF. If I select this one, and it will ask me where do you want to save it, just pick any place and say publish. Okay, so here we go. This is my document in PDF, my report in PDF. I have the logo, I have the company, I have conditional formatted, and I have seen all the format changed. And as you can see here, I might have a number that is invisible. So it's my responsibility to go back and check it again, okay? Check it, and the number that is not visible, I have to expand it. Give it space so that it can be presentable, okay? That's all, and once you fix it, and that would be the end of the assignment.